What's up? It's Blaine 8. I'm here at the new school. I actually like it here a lot better than I do the high school. It's actually kind of awesome. I won't go into the reasons why because it's just going to take forever. So I'll try to keep this short. The whole Austin thing right now is going really good. It's actually going very well. I think I'm in the process, and hopefully by this August, I'll be moved into Austin. So, I'm gunning for it. What I really wanted to do this video about was one thing I've noticed about the gay community. I'm just gonna jump right into it. A lot of the gay guys I've dated this year all seem to be about the typical gay bands or the typical gay music. Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Kesha. Actually, I found someone worse than Kesha. Kylie Williams. Look her up. I'm sure her parents have disowned her. But I'm not like most gay men because I'm not into. I used to be into like all these femme fatale bands, like these female bands that were just in your face, like Garbage, PJ Harvey, all of them in that caliber. Cat Power. I've since grown out of them. That was about a year ago. I started growing out of them and growing into more masculine bands, I guess. And that's the thing that I really think that sets me apart from most guys in the world, and which is why I have trouble finding guys, because music to me is important, very, very important. And if you don't know my music taste, then we're going to have a hard time getting along. I'm sorry, it's just one thing. My favorite band right now is Stone Temple Pilots. I just like them for some reason. Their music makes me feel like I'm being thrown up in the air and just, you know, they have that ability within me to elate me. And I love their lyrics. They get personal with me. My favorite kind of music would be the country psychedelic rock. And they seem to cover all three areas, so, you know, I love it. My favorite song ever right now is actually Big Empty. And, you know, I love that song to death for many reasons. I usually prefer to listen to that song whenever I'm drunk. It just seems like a really good bar song to me too, but you know. My other favorite bands are Tool and A Perfect Circle. I only put them in the same category because of Maynard James Keenan. I love Maynard. He's not like other singers. He does not sing about dumb things. His lyrics are very challenging mentally, and he also challenges you as the audience member to think outside the box and not, you know, but at the same time he's very personal, and he gets under your skin. He lives there, and he's also, I love, one thing I love about Tool and Tool, I guess, is that when Tool first came out, they were like one of the most angriest, in your face, we're gonna mess you up kind of bands. And what was even more scary about them was that they didn't show their faces very much. They had their weird videos. They sung about things. They didn't sing about breakups or anything like that. They sung about things you don't sing about. They sung about child abuse, sexual child abuse. They sung about, you know, being in the intolerance, you know, military stuff. They sung about everything that you really was kind of taboo. And they did it angrily, but they did it damn well good. I love the fact that as they went forward in their music or went on, Maynard went from being the angry, hateful, not really hateful, but angry man that he was, and instead turned into the music's about healing and overcoming that anger and realizing that the more angry you become, the more it just holds you down. And, you know, that is a very, very, that right there is an actual musician. A real musician matures with their music. They don't stay in the same spot. They don't make the same thing over again because they're just trying to fulfill a record contract or anything. They actually progress. And Maynard does that. But my favorite song from, I guess, from either one of them is Judas by Perfect Circle. Because, I don't know, you'd have to listen to it. And most people that know the song and know the story behind the song know, there's a reason why you like that song, and it's within the song itself. So, one band that I love right now to death is Death. They're actually called Death from Above 1979. I'm absolutely excited that they're back together because I love Death from Above 1979, one of my favorite bands of all time so far. I didn't get into them until very late, right? Like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years after they broke up, but now they're back together, so thank God. They're very different. They're the most rock band in the world, but they're also very different because they only use bass and drum, as in like literally a bass guitar with distortion and drums. That's it. And they make some pretty damn good music. So, you have to listen to it. What other bands do I like? I'm into Rogue Wave right now. I think Zach Rogue is hot. Very, very sexy. If there's one thing that a lot of people don't know about me, is that I have a soft spot for 1980s country music. The reason why is because country music was like, that's what I grew up with. It was always country music. Of course, now it's completely drastically different, but the 1980s country music, like where it was still cowboyish, but turning a little bit more towards the poppy side, but it was on that brink. But 1980s country music, from like George Strait, Susie Boggess, and Chris Ledoux, those are the three, that I really like. I have a soft spot for that country music because it's very nostalgic for me. In fact, when I was growing up, when I was younger, I used to be a cowboy. Look at me now, I'm a rocker, kind of. But that's the point I'm trying to make with the video, is that I find it very hard to sometimes relate to a lot of gay men because they're all about Katy Perry and Lady Gaga, Madonna. That one gets under my skin. I'm sorry, I have my reasons. I don't mind if they like Pink, but I feel like whenever I name drop a band, it's like, so do you like Stone Temple Pilots? They don't know who they are. If I name drop a band like, I don't know, Death from Above 1979, they just look at me like, what the fuck do you listen to? So, yeah, music is just very something. If you really want to know everything about me, listen to my iPod. That is exactly everything. Everything on my iPod will pretty much describe me. But I can tell you all the songs that got me down to a T, though. But, anyways, it's really hard for me to find somebody sometimes because it's not really, I don't base everything off music. Because, I've dated guys before that did not know didn't know who Maynard James Keenan was. And I still got along with them, but, still, I want a guy that I can connect to with musically sometimes. In fact, if there's a guy that I want, if he's going to listen to pop music, and he can listen to butt rock, like Theater and Theory of a Dead Man and bullshit like that, I still find that hot to me. A guy that listens to that, kind of douchey, but I still, find it attractive. I'll leave myself to my bands. I just want a guy that listens to rock like me. That's just all I want. On that note, my boyfriend and I recently broke up because we're better off as friends. A little bit of drama followed after that, but, I won't go into it. I'm not distraught about it. I've had my grieving time. I move on easily. Actually, I move on very easily. So, anyways, I need to wrap this up because I got a lot of things I gotta do. So, anyways, just wanted to make my point about the rocker thing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. And it's not turning off. And we're done. Turn off. Look at my crotch now.